Hi everyone, welcome back. This is Tuplex. Today we're going to continue setting up the first of our circuit factories, green circuit factories. And we're essentially, you probably noticed that I'm not really scaling up to any specific production rate at this point. Right now, I just kind of want to get one of everything, and I'm designing the layout to take full advantage of one block or one slot, one grid section. With the understanding that I've got essentially 4 train stations to work with, one on each side of the grid. In some cases, we could do more. In fact, in this one, I think the output station is going to be a 141 rather than a 282. Since circuits stack in stacks of 200 each. So that means that one train with 4 cars will be able to hold 32,000 circuits. So like I said, I'm kind of building these to work well within the grid. And then once I've got at least one of everything, we'll be able to continue doing all the research. And then at that point, we can start scaling up by just adding additional copies of the various grids that we've already set up. So that's kind of the overarching plan here. Okay, so we're working here on the green circuits. As we mentioned before, these output belts will need to be upgraded to blue. And I think I've already made some blue belts, so I think I'll just make those blue belts now. Well, no, I won't, because I don't think I can make the blue. Yeah, I can make the blue mini loaders. Okay, yeah, let's do that. I was thinking that I would need blue circuits for that, but I don't. Get someplace where I can park and have room to get out. I am making the red mini loaders now automatically over here. It's kind of slow though, because they're dependent on stack inserters and red undergrounds. And those both need quite a lot of materials, right? So 15 circuits on this one. Lots of gears. This one takes lots of gears, 40 gears each. So it's definitely not a trivial thing to get that set up. All right, so I need to clear some space in my inventory. So let me get rid of some of this extra stuff. I'm going to change yellow inserters to 50, and we'll get rid of the extras. We'll get rid of that. We'll get rid of that. Get rid of my extra steel chests. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Okay, and everything else I think I probably want to hang on to. Actually, I'm probably going to want to get... No, 100 should be enough. Okay, so I'm going to grab all the blue stuff that I can. All right, so let's go back up there and start blueprinting. Looks like our stone getting pretty close to running out. I'm going to feel proud when we finally mine out our first thing, our first starting patch. Okay. I put these belts here to mark the center of the grid. And I got there just by going to this power pole, because this power pole is exactly in the middle, right? And then I just came across. So those 2 squares are for that power pole, and these 2 are for that power pole, and that's where they intersect. So this is the middle of the grid. So I want to center this around the middle. And we're going to have 16 red belts of copper plate. So I'm going to put together 16 of these production units. Let me change that to blue. And I can eliminate that part. The rest of that I'm going to leave as is. Okay, so this is going to be our basic production unit for the circuits. So I'll go ahead and disassemble that. Okay. And then the other thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to put half of this stuff in there. So that way the bots in the airplane can help us out. Okay, so if this is the middle, I'm going to have 16 of these units. That means I'm going to have 16 blue belts coming out. So I'm probably going to want to set up 2 stations. Right, but that also means that I'm going to need 16 belts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to need 8 belts on each side here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And like I said, I'm going to have iron over here. You know, I wonder if I could probably fit 16 of these straight across, to be honest. So I just need enough room for the red belts. Yeah, so I'll just build it up here. I'll put it in the middle. So we're going to have a lot of extra room here. And we have to remember to leave space for beacons in between these things. Right, so that is precisely in the middle. All right, I can pick that up. And then we need 1, 2, 3 spaces. And then the next one like that. Okay, and then I can copy that, and then we can start building these in pairs. All right, so that's 2. 1, 2, 3. That's 4. 1, 2, 3. That's 6. Let's say I'm going to need 8 on each side, right? So 3, 1, 2, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah, maybe I'm not going to have enough room because I still need room for the iron station over there. Unless I put iron up on top. No. Okay, so let's start this over. Let's see. I did 1, 2. Yeah, so these are the 2 that are in the middle. So let me get rid of those. Get rid of those. Get rid of that. And we'll try this again. So I think I'm going to have to do 2 rows. Okay. And it looks like at this point the nanobots are still the faster way to go. Okay, so I think where I'm standing is roughly in the middle. Yeah. So right there is the middle. Okay, so let's do Let's do two sets of 8 then. And like I said, I'm going to need to leave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm going to try to leave at least that much room in between both sides. Yeah, and I think I can even manage more than that. So I'll bring this down like right there. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So that's 2, 2, 4, 6. 1, 2, 3, 8. Okay, so that should leave us enough room for 8 belts of copper and 8 belts of iron to come in here and feed these. And then the other 8 belts of copper can go up probably on the right side. And the other 8 belts of iron can come across. Let's move this guy closer. There we go. Okay, great. I'm interested in checking on the batteries. Yeah, they're still not charged. Ugh. I'll be happy when I get fusion reactors. All right, so how many tiles do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think. That's 17. Yeah, so 9 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, just to make it symmetrical. All right, and now it gets even easier. I can just copy all of that and put that up here, like so. And we'll see if I have enough stuff to make all this or not. Okay, let me pick up these guys. Yeah, see now none of the bots can get charged. Okay, and then I'll take that stuff. I'm just gonna pick up these bots to get them charged. Uh-oh. Come back. I hope it stops. That would suck if it kept going across the map. Okay, so I saw a signal that we were missing a stack inserter, but I don't know where that was coming from. There must be a ghost stack inserter over here someplace. Ah, I see them. They're over here on this side. We need a lot of them. Okay, let's go back and get refilled. I'm going to go ahead and remove all that. That's no longer needed. Okay. So let's go back and get refills on inserters and belts and whatnot. I'm going to need more blue belts, so I'll request another 400 of those. And then I'm going to need to craft some express loaders at some point. Our research is plugging along slowly. Actually, I wonder what's holding it up. It's not blue science. No, it looks like it's all running okay. Military science, remember, we're only making 45 a minute, more or less. Yeah. Around 43, 45 a minute instead of the 90 that we set up for some of the other ones. Okay. So we got close to 400 blue belts. I think when I come in and request a bunch of red belts and blue belts at the same time, that causes an issue, since the blue belts need the red belts to get made. Okay, so now we can start loading these. So I'm going to take I think what I'm going to do is, oh yeah, let's get these inserters taken care of. Oh, you know what? I didn't even pick up any. Oh, Jesus. No, I'm not going to make all those circuits. Forget it. Okay. Yeah, I think my stack inserter supply is low, since all my stack inserters are getting fed over here to make the mini loaders, and then I've got no gears because of this blue stuff. So I'm just going to be out of stack inserters for a while. Okay. All right, so these belts are for copper. And I think I'm going to feed them like this. So I'll split off early from the bottom here. And the reason for that is I want to make it easy for me to cut across here with the iron belts. So if I leave a lot of space, then I can just run some undergrounds. Okay, it's going to get tricky now. All right, so from here on out, they all have to go this way. So I'm going to have to leave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And maybe I need to make that 8. We'll find out here in a minute. Yeah, I think I need to move these up higher. 7, 8. Or maybe it needs, yeah, it needs to be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. I need room for 14 belts going from left to right. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. See, this is something that you don't have to worry about when you're using bots. wish I could make my mouse go in a straight line. Okay, that one's going to go up here. That one's going to go here. That one's going to go here, and then the other 8 are going to come around and go up to the second set of machines. Okay, let me get some power brought up here. Actually, I'll put it right there since I'm going to have more belts running down that way. Okay, and then we can see which ones don't have inserters yet. Okay, good. Well, I guess we might as well run the rest of the copper belts. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so that'll come out here. 1, 2, 3. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. And then I'll leave a couple extra spaces. All right, and then this part you have to do by yourself. It would be nice if you could get it to turn corners for you. There we go. And I'm out of belts. Okay. So let's go back for red belts. And I have a feeling that we are going to be disappointed when we see how many red belts are actually there to be picked up. Oh, okay. We actually do have a few, looks like. Not too many, though. Yeah, so I might have to wait a while. Oh, okay. Well, color me surprised then. We have plenty of red belts. Or we did have plenty of red belts. One thing I'm going to do here is I'm only going to enable this when we have at least 100 stack inserters available for me to pick up, because I don't much fancy waiting for stack inserters. I'd rather have stack inserters and not have mini loaders than the other way around. Now the other thing that I could perhaps do is add some more gear production. That'll help a bit. It's not going to help a ton, but it'll help at least a little bit. crud. All right, let's see. There we go. Okay, so that'll increase our gear production by 33%, assuming we get enough iron. I'm going to set the output priority over there. And I don't need that because I already have a balancer up here, so I don't need to balance on the outside already. And then I'll set this output priority to the left side too, so that it fills up this belt. And in fact, I could put another one right there so that we can even pull from the third belt to get this side fed. All right, that looks good. Okay. Yeah, I really like, I don't like using, as a lot of you know, I don't like using splitters for filtering. But the priority in and priority out is awesome. You can really do a lot of powerful things fairly easily with that. Okay, so let's go back up, and I may not be able to finish running all the belts. But so let's try to get at least this first section up and running. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create another station. Actually, let me start it here. That way I'll have a little more control over what I grab. All right, and I'm going to take it up to the mini loaders. I'm going to remove this constant combinator so that it doesn't get the train station going asking for copper. Okay, and then I also have to get rid of the Nixie tubes so that I can properly rotate it. There we go. Because Nixie tubes won't let you rotate 90 degrees. It'll only let you rotate 180. Okay, and then I'm just going to get rid of all this ghosted belt over here, just so that I don't lose belts to it. So I'm going to keep my belts to use over here right now. Okay, so we'll call this one Green Circuits 1 Iron. And then I'll put my combinator down. Can I make yellow mini loaders? Not really. Okay, I'll have to come back with some more. In the meantime, I'll steal a few so that at least I'll steal a few from these others so that at least we can get stuff unloaded into all of these. Come on. There we go. It doesn't understand that they need to be in pairs, apparently. All right. So let me, okay, I'm going to copy that. And I can paste it because I haven't connected this thing yet. So it won't cause me any headaches. And then I'll just get rid of the copper plate, and I'm going to replace that with 64,000 iron plate. Everything else can remain the same. That needs to move over by 1. All right, so I can go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and connect that. So we can start getting plates brought over. I need to put the Nixie tubes. I'll put them right here. I don't really need 6, do I? And we'll change that to iron plate. Okay. Let's see how we're doing loading plates. Looking good. Oh, and we're not smelting. Pardon me. We're not smelting anymore because you might remember that I had a lot of additional plates in these silos that I didn't really need. I limited the silos after, so we'll pull a lot of iron plate out of here before it'll start adding any more into the silos, until it drops down to below 32,000. And now that I think about it, maybe I'll change that to 64,000 so that we have 2 trains worth rather than just 1. I may do that. Okay. All right, let's come over here and see if we can finish some of this construction. And then we can also start running the belts for the 8 things that are down here. Right, so it'll come down like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6. 7, 8. Okay. And then I think we can shoot across here. There we go. All right, so that'll feed there. Yep. We're not making a lot of circuits yet because we're missing a lot of the inserters still. Okay. So I'm going to copy that. So over here, I'm going to need that many. And then here, it'll be 1 less. Here, it'll be 1 less. And so on. There. going to take too long. All right, let's go back and see if I can get a refill on red undergrounds. And then I'll finish up the rest off camera. And I'll set up the loading station for circuits. And I'm gonna lay out the loading station so that I have room for 2. Since I'm going to use 141s, I should have room for 2 141 trains. Although I might not, because they're going to have to be separated somewhat, and I barely have enough room for 282 trains. So we'll have to see how that goes. It might not work out like I want it to. Okay, there we go. So these are all operational now, at least to some extent. And then we'll repeat the process up here. I'm going to have to get these eight circuit belts. I'll probably run out to the right and then up north above where the copper belts are. And then, like I said up here, I'm going to try to set up a station, a loading station that can handle 2 141 trains, but I'm not sure if I have enough room. Let's see. I think that's right. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's right. All right, so this is the track that I have to work with. So if I put a station right here, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, so this is going to be, that would be the end of the 141, essentially. All right, so let's see if we've got enough room to put another one of those behind it. And we're just short, which is what I was afraid of. Maybe I can make this work. What if I come up from there? Did that not help? Okay. Well, that kind of works. Yeah, that works. I think. Right, and then what we do is right after this one, we can merge back to the main line. No, that signal doesn't like it. We might have to place it here. can also put that there so that we can come up into this one from that way. Actually, I want to make that a little bit closer. I want to make that come off of here. All right, so the center of that is right here where that power pole is, which makes sense. The other thing that I could do is I can extend this by one more as well. Let me just copy that. I think I can move that over one more tile. Nope. Oops. Yeah, it's got to be right there. Okay, no, that is a little bit closer. All right, so there's one, and then there's one wagon, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, and then the back of the train will be right here. So we can even move that signal forward by one slot. All right, now this is complaining. Let's see. So we're going to need a chain signal there. And we should probably put one on this side too. There we go. And we should put a chain signal there. That'll be the entrance for this station. Okay. I think that's all I need. Actually, let's put that closer. Okay, so I think that'll work for a dual station branch off of this interconnecting piece. But like I said, I'm gonna set this up so that all the circuits only feed to one, and then, but at least at some point in the future, if we need 2 stations to load faster or handle more trains, then we'll be set up for it. So thanks a lot for watching, everybody. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.